Hello, Lorcana and TCG enthusiasts, and welcome to the final post Rise of the Floodborn deck profile. Yes, Into the Inklands, as of this recording, goes live on the 23rd of February, this coming Friday. Let me tell you, I read through all the cards. I'm super excited to try out Into the Inkland with a whole lot of new deck strategies that go just popping through my head as I was reading them, but we will worry about that next week when we check out our first post Into the Inklands deck profile. But today's last post Rise of the Floodborn deck profile is quest only. We only go burr, we go fast, we go quick. It's Orc madness over here. We gotta go quick, we gotta go fast. All we wanna do is quest. So yes, this deck I think saw a little bit of competitive play. Again, the competitive play for Lorcana really was only like PPG and these little side tournaments. There wasn't really anything of Ravensburger, as we are still waiting for Ravensburger to officially start up the competitive season. I suppose maybe about set 4 is probably when we're going to get the competitive season. Maybe Gen Con is a start. I'm not 100% sure when exactly Ravensburger is going to start the competitive season of Lorcana. But let me tell you, I'm kind of ready to play some competitive Lorcana. I'm really excited to try to see going to tournaments, seeing how these in-person tournaments work. Again, my hope is Ravensburger will do in-person tournaments. Maybe do a couple little mixes of online, but really push for the in-person, kind of like what Yu-Gi-Oh does, what Magic Gathering does. Not do the Digimon, where the majority of the stuff is online. No, people want to play in person. Let's play in person. It alleviates a lot of cheating, but that is a completely different side topic. Let's go through the card by card. We have 3 Cinderella. We are only playing one song in here because we are Amber Amethyst, so it is Friends on the Other Side. The Friends on the Other Side can be sung with a 3-cost character, or Cinderella, in this case being a singer 3. So she's here to just sing Friends on the Other Side. Again, the whole idea here is we're not trying to control board presence. We're not trying to control any of that. What we're here for is we go burr, we go fast, we just quest. That is it. That's all we want to do. We have 4 Lilo, 4 Maleficent, 4 Pascal, 4 LeFou, 4 Simba, 4 Madame Him, 4 Pinocchio, 2 Doc. Again, being able to reduce that cost, all our characters cost by 1 is very nice. That gives us a lot of our ability to bring out like Pascal's for free, Cinderella's for free, Lilo's for free, Maleficent. Reduces all of our cost of our 2 cost guys. As you can see, majority of our stuff is like 2 cost, the really stuff that quests for a lot of lore, so the ability to just spam them out on the board is very good. Fun enough, there's actually now probably a 2-cost spam deck that I'll be checking out for post Into the Inklands, but we'll talk about that once Into the Inklands has been officially released. So we have the 4 Arthur bouncing stuff back. Again, Pinocchio is a great bounce. 4 Madame Him Fox, 4 Merlin Goat, 3 Merlin Rabbit. We are using Befuddle to try to deal with things that might threaten like Pinocchios and stuff like that. Be our guest to find what we need. A song that we can practically sing on a whole bunch of things. And then, like I said, we got 4 Friends on the Other Side, the draw 2 mechanic. So this whole deck strategy is about bouncing back your big questers. So turn 2, we go Pinocchio. We quest Pinocchio. Then turn 3, you want to be playing Madame Him Fox or Madame Him Snake. Fox being the only thing that's actually going to attack the turn it comes in and actually really be like a control card. But typically what you want to do is you want to quest with all the guys that have big quests. Typically, again, we go back to the Lilo Simba combo for protection. But typically, if you have Pinocchio out, Pinocchio is not very strong at a 1/1 body. So we quest Pinocchio, then you bounce him back with Madame Him Fox. You have him back in your hand, and then Madame Him Fox can do something. Then you can play like Arthur a couple turns later. Then you can go Pinocchio quest, Arthur bounce, Pinocchio gain 2 lore. And again, we are using the goat and rabbit lines from Merlin, so we can get that extra lore when he is summoned, extra lore when he dies, and the rabbit can constantly get us a couple more cards in our hand so we can draw. But majority of our stuff, again, Pascal locking is a very strong. He gets evasive when there's another character on the board. If you have 2 Pascal, he basically, in essence, locks himself. It's an infinite lock, so there's no way to remove the Pascals. Steel and Ruby and Sapphire basically do have ways to remove it via dealing the damage, spinning to the inkwell, or just nuking it off the board currently. But yeah, our entire deck idea is we're not here to control board presence. We're here to go aggro, go fast, quest. That's all we want to do. I was really excited to see this deck. It's very interesting. It's kind of like the Stitch Rockstar, but where Stitch Rockstar puts all this stuff into like exerted, and then we have to get the back. Then we basically have to wait a turn or use like Simba's to bodyguard it. We're not really here to set up the Rockstar line. We're here to just go fast, go turbo, go quickly. The Rockstar line has to be set up over a period of time to really start working. We're here to quest. We're here to push that pedal to the metal and force our opponent to respond. But that really is the deck. There's nothing really to change about it. You kind of want to keep this as the standard. I mean, it's a very inexpensive deck here. Most of the stuff is like comes out of like, it's $3, cheap, and some of this stuff I think come out of like structure decks. I'm pretty sure the Merlin, the Amethyst structure deck from Rise of the Floodborn actually has all the Madam Him and all the Merlin stuff. I don't know. I haven't even cracked one of the structure decks personally. But yeah, it's a really cool deck. I think we played it a few times. The one problem is Song Control still has a slight advantage to you because of Cinderella's being able to sing those really impactful 3-cost cards like Let It Go and Rage of Us. Rage, the Rage card after like Storm of a Raging Fire, I believe it is. She does have the ability to sing it so that can start nuking off your 1-cost guys. Again, it deals 2 damage or 3 damage off of Let It Go. No, Let the Storm Rage On. And then, of course, some decks still play Fire the Cannons. And once they get up to 5 or they get out there on turn 3, their aerials, then you're kind of just really on a back foot because they're just going to start be able to use swords to knock out your board the following turn. So if you like play Pinocchio, they go swords, Pinocchio's out, gone, before he even got this quest. So we do still have to deal with the steel, but we're faster than your typical Amethyst Ruby deck because they are a slow build up deck. They're not aggro immediately out of the gate. Sapphire, again, is not overly aggro right out of the gate. Emerald is not overly aggro either, so I mean, Steel is really the only color that really has a strong matchup against us, where we basically are up on a hill where we need to quest very, very quick, very, very fast, and pray and hope our opponent doesn't see a lot of their Steel kill cards or their singers, especially if they're playing Song Control. But let me know down in the comments your thoughts on Quest Only. Did you play it? Did you enjoy it? Do you think this deck has viability post Into the Inklands, or do you think it's going to evolve, change it to something else? Let me know all of that down in the comments. And while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you can notify when my videos go live for you. And we'll see you here next time on Mama Dragon's TCG.